best that we can for them. Father, just go with us into this new year and allow us to always put our best foot forward and to place everything that we have in your name. Father, and all these things I ask in your name. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First thing on the agenda is the reading of the minutes.
Izard County Quorum Court met in regular session on Tuesday, December 6th at 6 p.m. Justice Sanders, Sherrill, Mosier, Miller, Felton, Johnson, Everett, and Emmons were present. The minutes of the November meeting were approved on a motion by Justice Everett and seconded by Justice Emmons, with all in favor. Ordinance number 2022-27, an ordinance levying the school taxes, county taxes, and municipal taxes for the year 2022 to be collected in 2023 was approved on a motion by Justice Miller and a second by Justice Sherrill, with all justices voting in favor. Ordinance number 2022-28, an appropriation ordinance for personnel services, compensation, maintenance operation, and other necessary functions of county government was approved on a motion by Justice Everett and seconded by Justice Sanders, with all justices voting in favor. Resolution number 2022-20, a resolution considering the expansion of the county jail was approved. Resolution number 2022-21, a resolution considering contracting with a third-party vendor for the collection of unpaid district court fines was approved. Izard County Quorum Court met in special session on Tuesday, December the 27th at 4:30 p.m. Justice Sanders, Sherrill, Mosier, Miller, Felton, Everett, and Emmons were present. Ordinance number 2022-29, an ordinance on the 2023 county budget, was approved on a motion by Justice Everett and seconded by Justice Miller, with all justices voting in favor. With no other business, the court is adjourned at 4:45 p.m.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes as read.
Got a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed, say likewise. Comments from the audience?
Yeah. I'd like to say adios to you guys. It's been fun. It's been a learning session. I really enjoyed it. And a lot of times, sometimes I was a little upset, but I hope you forgive me for that. But I'm not through. I'm going to be still fighting as much as I can. I try to be over here as many times as I can to listen to see what's going on, know what's happening in the county. You've done got my inner stuff now. Each and every one of you strive to do the best you can, because that's all we can do. But I'd like to say bye to every one of you, one at a time. Good luck. Good luck. You guys are painted, but I know. Yeah, it was fun. Look, hang in there, it'll get better. You are a pain.
Hey, you haven't stepped on me, I'm sorry.
They teach you a lot. Really? If you'll shut up. Thank you, guys.
Thank you all.
Good luck.
All right, we got a really short agenda this time, so first thing we got to do is set our meeting time and date. We've always had our meeting the first Tuesday of the month at 6 o'clock.
I'd like to keep it the same.
I'll second that.
A motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed, say likewise. I'm gonna wait until next month to set our committees. Today was a little hectic, so we'll get that next month. Next thing on the agenda is my road update, and I've done it a little different this time. I done a comparison for y'all, or, let me put it this way, Joel done a comparison for y'all. So, that's 18, 19, 20, and 21, so. And I'll go ahead and read the 21. So the Izard County Road Department, no, yep, 20. So the Izard County graded approximately 2,200 miles of county road in 22. The road department hauled approximately 2,470 loads of clay gravel to various locations, and we hauled 689 loads of white rock, or chat, however you want to put it. Road department cut approximately 316 miles of county road of the right of way with the sidearm bush hog. Cut 372 miles with a bush hog. That's on our paved roads. We installed 35 culverts. We completed 2 major bridge projects, one on Moxon Creek and one on Barronport. On March the 6th, we had a EF2 tornado touchdown in Sage, and it carried from Sage all the way to Fulton County, and it took us about 2.5 weeks to get the roads cleaned up on that. We resurfaced it in 22. They chip and sealed 2 miles of the Wideman Road, 1 mile of Finley Creek Road, 1 mile on Zion Road, 3 miles on Chestnut Ferry Road. On May 21st, we also had a severe storm come through. It caused major tree damage. We worked through the night on Saturday and ran all day on Sunday to make sure all the roadways were clear and passable. Spent the next couple of weeks trying to make sure all of it was cleaned up. We also repaired the 2 box culverts on Lake Cross Road where it's getting real narrow towards the end down by the stores. But you can look through that and see, I mean, we're pretty consistent year to year. You know, it's all gonna matter. I think that's why he put the storm damage on there, because we're cleaning up right of ways, trying to get all the tree damage picked up. We can't be hauling gravel, so.
Does everybody have 2022? Because I've got 2 of them. Does everybody got them?
Charlie put us, you wanna say anything about your report, Charlie, that you put in there?
Yes, sir. I'd like you to pay special attention to a couple of the items on here, like complaint cards and complaints and calls for service. Our dispatch received 5,105 calls for service throughout last year. Deputies worked 1,272 incident reports, which is any incident that could be related to an arrest. And our deputies also worked 235 accidents. That's not counting what state police work in our area. If you add the total male and female arrests together, we booked in a total of 649 people in our jail last year. We also received 636 civil papers to serve as. Mr. Clerk can tell you there's going to be a lot of them. And we was able to serve 612 of them. Others probably moved out of the area or something like that, the reason they wouldn't be able to be served. But that's just highlighting this. There's the rest of more information. Justin, if there's anything else that you want on there that's not, let me know, and we'll, but that's just year-end totals. Every month from here on out, you'll get a sheet like this, and it's gonna start out with January, start next month, and it'll go month to month, with total at the end.
Thanks, Sheriff. Appreciate it, Charlie.
Thank you. Good, Charlie.
You got anything, Gloria?
Well, I had a report, but unfortunately Stephen forgot to send it in. Things have been pretty slow, but we're working on getting things picked up. We're working hard.
Okay.
Thank you.
Warren, you got anything?
I got a couple things. One, I know most of y'all, but I am county treasurer, and is there anybody that doesn't have my phone number? My email address, if y'all need something financially, call me, email me, cell phone number's on there, email address, you got me. Everybody got me? Okay. reach out to me, guys, because not knowing, not an excuse. So if you got a question, answer, I'll try to answer it for you, okay? Welcome to Quorum, Izard County. First of the year, hopefully it's time to go to work. Time to do some work for the people. With that being said, I have one question. Judge, you mentioned, y'all did the Chestnut Ferry Road. Are y'all finished with that?
No.
Okay. I've been getting that question asked a lot to me, and I didn't know what to tell them.
Yeah.
I need to be able to tell them something.
Yeah,
Y'all
I
coming
know.
back and gonna finish it?
They're gonna do something to it. It ain't right.
We'll leave it at that. Second thing, and you guys that are new, we're very new to this, but, of course, COVID, y'all know about COVID. The county has a lot of COVID money we're going to need to spend. I mentioned this last month, I'm gonna say it one more time. I know for a fact, we've got one bridge that's down to one lane.
Yes. We're
We're
gonna have
we need invoices today. We should have that.
We're having our meeting February, to start appropriating some money, some funds. You can see our ceiling back there, it's fell through, we gotta get our new roof done.
When we got the bridge?
And then we gotta get our bridges worked on. We've got 5 bridges that are in desperate
Let's
need.
get one of them. I mean, I'd like to spend the money next month to get one of them fixed, if we could.
Yeah. Which bridge is that one? Honeysuckle.
Honeysuckle, it's down to one lane.
Yeah.
Or if there's another one, I mean, did you go look at the one on Monster Creek? But again,
Yeah, we got.
Are you talking more of the rails? Yeah, but the rails one. I mean, that's something
Yeah.
pretty simple, but, 2 weeks after he called me about it, it snowed.
Yeah.
So, I'm asking y'all to get to work and let's get that stuff. We just keep kicking the can down the road and we're meeting here for 20 minutes. We're not working. We're not. Let's bring some stuff to this meeting and let's get some stuff done. We got the money. Okay? Again, reach out to me if you got a question, got a concern, whatever. I'm here for you. Thank you.
Another thing, I don't know if y'all know, so Izard County does have a website, izardcounty.org. We post our agenda on there a week before the meeting. Get on there, look at your agenda, study it. If you got any questions on it, call me. Or whoever, just, if you have any questions.
If you have something you wanna put on the agenda, the rules are, you gotta have it turned into Eric by Wednesday at noon.
Yes.
The Wednesday before our meeting at noon. If you want something on the agenda, you gotta do it, and the reason we done that's the way there's no surprises.
Yeah.
That way you have time, I mean, if you don't look at it, that's your fault, but at least you have a chance before you get here to go over it, to call Eric and ask for questions or whatever.
And then we are posting our Quorum Court meetings are on YouTube now, so if you miss a meeting, you can always go back on there and see what's happening. You think of anything else?
No, I do have a question about, we were talking about ACES money and everything.
Yeah.
Did you get your, stuff in from on the jail? Have you got the bid or whatever it is?
I've got 4 packets, I've not even opened them yet.
Okay.
That, the 30th was.
Okay, are you gonna put together a committee to review?
Yep. Yep. And that'll be done before, hopefully we'll get that done before the next meeting. We will get it done before the next meeting.
Okay. Great.
But yeah, all of y'all new people, just remember, give us a call. We're here for y'all to ask questions to. All your phone numbers, I think y'all have already gave all your numbers and your email address to Tammy, and will be posted on our website, so people might call you also, so.
We get a new page to the front of this book.
No, because this is, what's wrong with it?
Half of it's wrong. Got 4 new people.
I know, because this budget was passed in 2022. It was passed by these people. It's for an operating budget for 23, but it was passed by 22.
For y'all that haven't, been here, on the COVID money, there's a little over $3 million some things that we've been discussing, just so you're kind of up to date. Yeah, I mean, this is just kind of there's a jail, our jail's gotta be expanded at some point. This money, we can use part of it for that, I'm not suggesting we use all of it, but the jail expansion's gonna cost somewhere between $1.5 million and $2 million, probably, I don't know that, that's a guess, strictly a guess. But we got about 3.6 million dollars, so, you know, maybe part of their bridges, like they were talking about Moskin Creek, there's, how many of them metal bridges did you tell me we have?
12, I believe.
12 of those bridges, you know, if we can do some updates on those bridges, you know, them old rail car bridges are pretty rough. You know, those are some things that we can spend this money on, that's something that we've talked about.
Is there a deadline on when this money has to be spent?
Yes.
Have to have it appropriated by the end of 2024, have to have it expended by the end of 2026.
Which seems like a long time, except for it's really not. If you're gonna build a jail, you're gonna build some bridges and do some things, I mean, we gotta get on this. We've discussed, iCare has hit us up for some money. We've discussed maybe giving them some money. They're trying to finish a building down here that they've got. They've done some expansions, they've done some things. The fire departments, have asked for a little bit of money. Those are some things that we've discussed, and is there, Ed Howard, we ordered him a truck.
We ordered him a truck, a new roof, and redoing this room here. Upstairs up. The architect will be here for our February meeting to discuss the courtroom and this upstairs and give us a proposal on that and a price.
Okay, who's the architect?
Aaron Ruby.
Okay, where's he at?
Little Rock, I guess.
Okay. But some things like, we don't have air conditioning and heat in that building, in that room over there. I mean, there's some things that need to,
Yeah, this room here
looks
looks
this building.
dated. It needs to be.
So there's 3 or 4 of the bigger projects, you know, and I think those things are important that we need to get done. That way we don't have to pass a tax to build a jail, or we don't have to pass another tax to get a bridge fixed, or whatever we decide to do. Those are some things we can get done that are long term. And I've always been big on being able to say that, hey, we done this with it. I've watched some of the other counties, I have watched some of them, and they gave 5,000 here and 10,000 there and 20,000 there, and they don't have anything to show for it in the end. You can't say that I done this. And you go ask them, and they gave all this money to different organizations, which is great. I'm not opposed to if you can do that, but we got some things that we're gonna have to pass a tax to get fixed in Izard County at some point. We can do that now and not ask our taxpayers to pay some money. Anyway, those are some things that, for y'all that haven't been on here, that we've been discussing and talking about, that I think are important, those things.
I think, if you'll notice when you leave here, this office to your left, is a brand new office. Stephen Williams is now our juvenile court, what do they call him? Probation. Anyway, they've moved him, they had to give him an office. Now that come out of Batesville, Independence County, but they give him an office in the courthouse. They've got him up here. He has no heat, no air. He'll make it right now.
For 12 years, and I had none
But
either.
about July, I don't think he's gonna make it very long in there.
Something else that we discussed, me and Eric talked about the other day, and I think you told Michael, Elizabeth's doing a lot of cooking classes and some other things down here at the extension office, and we talked about fixing them a basement downstairs. The basement's there. They need a wall, they need a kitchen, some kitchen stuff, and a bathroom. There's some things like that, you know, that I think are good for the kids, the future of Izard County, you know, that we can do too. Right. You know, that might not cost a whole lot of money, but something like that.
Is the architect taking that into?
Different, they're gonna get a bid on that, I think, separate. They're gonna get somebody to come in, I mean, BJ, get them heat and air, and somebody to come in and tell them what it's gonna cost, or whoever, I don't know who they're gonna get, Crosby, somebody, to come in and say, hey, this is what it'll cost.
Yeah, we just had to have an architect for this, for the courtroom. Anything over $50,000, you have to have an architect. In the jail, we've done an RFQ for it and an RFQ for this, because 2 different architects, because this is more historical, and that's jail.
Yeah, certain things have to be done now, historical for this.
Yeah.
We're under
thick book that tells
Yeah, we
us.
got a big book about it somewhere, if you wanna read it.
Anybody got anything else?
We're gonna have a meeting at
5 o'clock on, yes, next month, in February.
Before the Quorum Court meeting,
Yes,
for the, papers.
yep,
For the what?
We're using, not
ARPA money.
ARPA money, I said papers, ARPA, so, yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna make a motion.
Wait, can your man have a price on them bridges?
Yes, already,
So
yeah,
he'll be,
yes. Already got it all together.
And you're gonna get a committee together to look at it, or after you before February, is that correct?
Yes. Y'all got one of these in the mail for just of the peace, right? Everybody got, make sure you look through these things, read over them and kinda,
I might come in yet.
and not,